What's going on, guys? Sam Adams here, and welcome to what should be the drop, but no big games are coming out this week. So I thought that I would talk about something I've been wanting to address for a while, and that is Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, a game that was announced a couple of weeks ago, leaked a couple of months ago, and one that's very interesting to me and is actually a new wave of remasters that I didn't expect to see coming. Now, for those of you who have never heard of Bulletstorm, it pretty much came out back in 2011, and it's very lightweight, action-oriented, fast-paced first-person shooter. Those are pretty much the traits that I would assign to it, and it does feel very much like Doom. It does feel very much like Duke Nukem. It has that fast arcade feel to it, which made me personally fall in love with it as a high school student who would get off of high school every day or get off of the work that he was doing at McDonald's or whatever and go home and play Bulletstorm. It was just a really easy to play, kick it back and relax, kick some ass kind of game that I really did enjoy. But with the Full Clip Edition that's coming out on April 7th, 2017 for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, there are some bells and whistles that have been added to the game. You've got high-res textures, you've got increased polygon counts, you've got sterling audio, you've got smoother frame rates, and you've got 4K on PlayStation 4 Pro and PC. Those are some pretty big improvements, and I have to say that although the game does show its age through the character movements during cutscenes in particular, and also the mouth movements whenever there is dialogue going on between characters, overall the game looks fantastic as far as I can see from the trailer. So let's rein it back into my original point that I wanted to drive home with this, the new kind of remaster that I'm seeing from Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. So the game came out back in 2011. That's 5 years. If you want to round it off to 2017, you can call it 6 years. Now that is not a long time, so the game doesn't really need to be remastered, though it does look better with all the new bells and whistles that are being thrown onto the Full Clip Edition. It doesn't necessarily need it, but it certainly does modernize the experience to make it appeal more to that modern audience that we have here today that might have just gotten into gaming on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. Now, on top of all those technological improvements that you can throw into this new edition of Bulletstorm, you also have a better time frame. Because Doom came out in 2016, that kind of revolutionized the arcade shooter and brought it back into the limelight. And when I'm talking limelight, I'm talking like it is the pinnacle of success for 2016. In my opinion, it's one of the best surprises because I personally didn't expect Doom to do as well as it did and be as good of a game as it is whenever I first heard that it was announced. Now, on top of that, back in 2014, you had Wolfenstein: The New Order, which is that same kind of arcade fast-paced experience, though it does have a much deeper story, but it's all about kicking ass, it's all about the gore, it's all about the assassinations, it's all about the gameplay itself, which is another thing that Bulletstorm really does shine in. So in 2016, where Doom is a huge reboot success, you have Wolfenstein: The New Order that came out back in 2014 and The Old Blood that was a standalone DLC on top of another Wolfenstein that's already in development. You have Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition that's bringing Bulletstorm from 2011, putting a couple of little sprinkles and stuff on top, and then placing it right down here where it actually could be successful instead of not turn a profit like it originally did. Ultimately, I see the Full Clip Edition for Bulletstorm as kind of like a cryogenic freezing chamber where it took that experience that people had back in 2011 and Epic and People Can Fly sat down and said the world isn't ready. They aren't ready for what we've created, and then they put it in this little remaster chamber. And then now that it's 2016 and this kind of arcade shooter is coming back into style, they can unfreeze it and hopefully it'll see success. Now, I'll admit that I personally have a connection with Bulletstorm that not many people probably have. Whenever I was in late middle school, early high school, I would go home with my best friend during that period of my life, and we would sit down and we would play games like Black Ops Zombies. We would sit down and play Bulletstorm. We would play Mass Effect, things along these lines. We would sit down and have these experiences together, and so this kind of game really does hold a special place in my heart, and so I personally am excited to see it come back. But more so than that, I'm excited for new people to see Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition and think, well, I'll give it a shot, it looks pretty good, fall in love with the game. Or people that might have seen it on store shelves back in 2011, see it yet again and say, well, now that I have a full-time job and I have the time and the money to actually play this, I might as well give it a shot. That's what I'm excited to see with the Full Clip Edition. However, that is just my 2 cents. If you have your own thoughts on Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition, please leave them in the comments section down below and let me know what you think. If you happen to be new to the channel, head over there and check out some of my other content because I do upload new videos like 3 or 4 days a week, depending on the week, so there's always something new right here on the channel. And be sure to drop a like because that new YouTube algorithm has everybody interacting with all the content that they watch. So yeah, that'd be nice on my end too. But yeah, that's about all I have to say today. I hope you guys check out Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. I will link the official website down below so that you can go check out gameplay and whatnot. But that's it for me. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.